Ooh, la!
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Overview Radio, bringing you Overview Podcast on the new year 2025. We back alive, man. Hey, ha go no tlhoka hetseng mo overview. Le lona ma overviewers ke dumela gore re buile hela rotlhe a le gore gona le ba ba tsamaileng ba ba sa gorogang hana le rona ha tota nka re rest in peace and condolences to their families, but otherwise we move on, man. It's still a Merry Christmas and Happy Prosperous New Year season. Since the festive seasoning until when can much? Can like festive is more like September until
it depends on the generation.
Oh, it depends on the generation.
Yeah, nice alahiti. Tata ibile ga sa tlholele teng.
Ya se tlholele teng.
Se re ona ra hela ka gore le teng e be re rona ra di fixture ka gore ba ba tswang go tlase sampa ba le excited over it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, guys, we have a very special guest today, man. This man, most of the people know him as the senior chili boy because there's a junior chili boy, right?
Yes.
There's a junior chili boy. He was the former minister of youth, arts and sports and culture, and we have a senior chili boy, guys. Like the one who chili boy is named after him, right?
No, actually, I'm no longer chili boy.
Oh, you're no longer chili boy.
To this name. I cut mine now and get chili fella. I get chili boy.
Oh, get chili fella. Oh, okay, like no chili man.
No,
like just chili.
Just chili.
Yeah. His name is Sedirwa Kgoroba.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Yeah.
The chili one.
Oh yeah, the chili one.
Yeah.
Tell me, how does it feel when you are there, Kalina, and then someone pulls up like with the same name? Because for me, I always feel uncomfortable when I'm in the same room or same space with someone. You video and Joe or Joseph or whatsoever. I felt like, I should be the only guy here, man.
Well, you can't be Lina Lela La Chili or Chili Boy. Let's off from there's a guy in the early 70s who played for Orlando Pirates. Nabidu Hote Chili Boy Kgoroba.
Oh, okay.
So because my surname Bang Kanakabaru Kgoroba, I pronounce it simply. So they associated my surname to that of Chili Boy. So they named me after Chili Boy. So because why it's Lina La Bolo, let's on a lebo jomo lebo ace. Why it's jomo jomo. So because Kilina La Bolo, I never really had problems. Chili Boy or Rabito Chili Boy, Kerara Karen. We did it after me because Nele Feneaka. And when he was like 13, 14, I had a development program, he was part of that, and that's when that name cropped up, Chili Boy.
Yeah.
That's when it started.
Yeah. You have something in common with former President Kgosithebe Masisi, as well as the MP for Musi.
Yeah, Kgosithebe Musi.
As well as Kgosithebe Musi. Sekgokgo as well.
Our parents were former BDP. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, like ministers.
Yeah.
Ministers.
Yeah. So the former MP, former minister.
Oh yeah. I think on the podcast he said
No, I think it was his father.
Oh, it was his father. Yeah, but like
it
not
was
sure.
his father. Tulaganyo Sekgokgo.
Yeah. Tulaganyo is not his father.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's his uncle.
It's his uncle.
Yeah,
okay.
Something of that sort. Yeah, but as for the MP, like ba ilong gore ba tse di ba bonene le MPs bo like le bo dumelang sa leshando ba tsena ho
Ndaba
Gaolathe. Yeah, the father was the minister as well. Who else? Yeah, there's
basically,
this.
Of the crowd, these are the names that
exactly
come quickly to our minds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So ke lona ba ilong gore le bana ba creamy to. Ha go te di benefits tsa BDP kana tsa puso di tswi ke lona. How was it like growing up with Onaleta Emel, or is a minister? I understand that he became a minister at a later stage, as an retire.
Look, yeah, for me, being the last born on my mother's side, I was 32 when my father became minister.
Yeah.
I was married.
Oh, you already married?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
already married.
Uh-huh.
I had kids.
Yeah.
I think my kids, if at all they did enjoy Koluyens, it was maybe once or twice.
Uh-huh.
So not total. It's going to pakame Koluyens.
Come on.
Honestly, I mean, at 32, I wasn't. I was independent.
Yeah.
So there was no need for my father to be carrying me.
Yeah.
So I never. But people who really maybe enjoyed it, Boko Ndaba le Masisi le Kgosithebe. Yeah, they
Yeah.
enjoyed it because Borrabo never nearly in those positions.
Yeah.
Some probably, Kotlasi under 20, most
Yeah.
likely,
Yeah.
or even under 15. Yeah. So
Yeah.
nah, I didn't enjoy it. Actually, it used to sound queer. I think some bakarata go tsama match tata go stadium ne tla re ka pagama stand be go twana minister, right? It sounded queer, so because I was this big man, and it didn't really mean anything. And I never even tasted 100 bulo at time.
Come on.
Come on.
I'm telling you, let me tell you a story.
Yeah.
One time I was minister
Yeah.
at some point in early January, now,
Hey.
and I'd taken the family to Cape Town for a holiday.
Yeah.
I had to calculate the budget and my kids were going to private school, so
Yeah.
I had to. It was time for school fees.
Yeah.
So we got that time. I wanna go office in ministry. Ke mara ke re, "Hey, time. Go blind nyana ho ke go ponka di me ke tla busa."
Yeah.
My father didn't borrow me. You know,
Why?
he said to me, "Hey, Manaka, Nagana I'm over 60. And once you reach 60, you don't qualify for a loan, go banking."
Yeah.
So, Hane Lord qualify a loan, a loan, but I don't qualify.
Yeah.
But I knew that was a bluff. He qualified because he had a contract.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get it.
definitely.
So,
Yeah.
but he refused to give it to me.
Yeah.
And I even went to my uncle, the late Kgomotso Mogapi. My father refused.
Serious?
But nicely,
Yeah.
diplomatically.
Yeah.
So, I'm telling you the truth.
But that one
telling
is
you the truth.
unbelievable. So like, are we still really clean?
No.
Or anything?
No.
By the way, to those who don't know, Mr. Sedirwa Kgoroba here is the dear son of the late, he's late, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
he's late,
the
yeah.
late former Minister of Education, if I'm not mistaken.
Commerce and education.
Yeah, Commerce and Education, Mr. George Kgoroba.
Yes.
Yeah, was he the first ever Minister of Commerce and Education?
No,
Or
no.
one of the few?
No, he wasn't the first.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, both this.
Oh, kind of the longest
Commerce and
serving
Edu-
me.
No, he said 5 years commerce and industry. Then the next 5 years, that was towards Masiri's end. 5 years. Then Mogai took him to education. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to assume that growing up, though, you grew up nice, I get.
Look, I've written a book.
Yeah.
And in that book, one of the first chapters is about privilege. And I do say a lot in that book that, look, I've been privileged. Not only through my father.
Yeah.
My grandfather was also, by the standards then,
Oh, your grandfather was also up.
reasonably well off. He was a
Okay.
businessman come farmer. But ke tlhalile dikoloi mo lapeng,
Yeah,
ke tlhela
everything.
ntlo ya semente mo tlung, ntlo ya disenke. So
Ceiling le tile.
ceiling le tile. I've been privileged.
You're privileged.
Yeah, I've been
you're
privileged. I've
privileged.
never had to go lapeng, whether at my grandfather's place or my parents' place. I've never had to go next door. No. Everything was there. And we even had a flushing toilet and hot water. When few people had them. So yes,
Yeah.
I have been privileged. I can't dispute that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being someone who comes from privilege, what are the challenges that you can say you have faced in your life coming up? I mean, you are, how old are you now?
62.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you're 62 now. I mean, yeah, like you've lived, man.
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
lived 6 decades and all that. You are experienced mo botshelong. What are some of the challenges notable challenges that you can talk about now?
Look, everybody faces challenges. Huh? I've been in various businesses all my life. I've tried public transport, the bar, nightclubs.
Or like you went to the club?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, like which one?
There used to be a club called Take 5 Momoditani.
Oh,
Actually, it was the best club in the whole country at that time.
At that
Take 5 because but club is a fashionable thing. It goes 3-4 years. Hotla fashioning where people go and you close,
Yeah.
So I've been around. I've run petrol station, so and my grandfather owned what they called general dealer back then, corner store.
Yeah.
So from the age of 4 or 5, so much that Ko St. Joseph's. One friend of mine, I'm sure you must know him, John Musenene.
I know the name.
So nere talking about privilege. Nere nikitama ka tranka tse pedi. Engwele a diaparo le dikoboleng, engwele grocery tin stuff boarding school tin stuff body biscuit body tlhapi di beefy body oros boeng ibile na kwa teng ne se oros ne le mo go no go bidiwa go te citro yana wa mono kopanya o tsenya sukiri o ira. So tranka engnyane engwe tla bo etletse diotse. But you get to school, you find that you are with kids who come from less privilege, and then I realized kantele ba nkopa temean tlhadia hela ki dia bile hela because ba tshwere ke tlala but ultimately the second term I think I gira form 1 I decided to run a business. So grocery ya o lady atla intsenitsane be le gore ki simolla go bula tuck shop mo dormitory and tuck shop go ra supply form 1 to form 5 go itse gore no sukirinyana e teng ha le biscuit di teng ha le tin stuff e teng everybody donyana tse di teng and then ebe ki bitsa no gona le shop engwe go lobatse ne re tlwa itse bidiwa go te maleba so ebe ki bitsa maleba store so ene tumile go khale gore ke maleba store so antse business e go la ora ka di weekend ke tabogela mo gaps ke a go reka stock le majitanyana ke a go stockela tuck shop so ne ke sa itse go tshona and at that time my father was abroad I'll go Canada I lesgela ke setelo lady akane le rafo blind antimazaka so I had to find ways of kitirelezaka and that business graduated from that to coming from St. Joseph to Gaborone no go le dingalo then and St. Joseph ne strict go sa duela it was 100% boarding then so we graduated be ke rekisa nkauza one
Oh, you are Rickson.
oh yeah it was contraband it was
Serious?
it was big business
Contraband?
well because there's a little mosgela in the contraband so it was big business so much that I couldn't cope selling alone ne ke na le majita di runner ba ne ba katelene mata o itse re o mongwe ka ha there was a guy no go te Patrick Lesotho is late David Modisane is late o mongwe go te Temba Maguga we about 4-5 le grot maneng o ne go te Russell Mothupi go palapeko so ne le bone nna ke reka stock e be ke ba ga ba rekisa ba sno hetsa 30 ba ngaya ka weekend ra khata
Pablo Escobar.
No, it's a funny business.
ne ke le Escobar so and then I graduated from Maleba store kana company tona ya ga Cecil John Roads I ne ke rata topic ya teng ya history the British South Africa company so business yaanong ke a etswa from Maleba store be re bitsa the British South Africa company abbreviation utlwa go te BSA company ba itse no ka tlela le nyoko majita man ka dima 5 rand nya ka ne sample di rand 5 rand ho so le cash loan nyana le teng so it was a good business.
It was a good business.
Wow. So, Mr. So, I wonder what your nickname was back then, right?
Yeah, my nickname then actually Lina la chili boy li simolotse teng.
Oh, yeah.
Li simolotse gone go sgela.
Oh, okay, chillais.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, as for the challenges that you faced, what are some of the notable challenges that you faced? Obviously, like, you mentioned commercial challenges, and as you elevated, when I businessman and proper, like that, challenges that you faced, the club or stuff like that.
You know, Joey, I can't even think of a challenge that I faced because not quite a challenge. Let's say, I once had a fleet of combis, about 7 or so.
Oh, okay.
And then I had about 4 of them getting involved in fatal accidents and going beyond repair in a space of 4 months.
Hey, man.
So, kore nna dio tse dingwe ke tsa gore ke botshelo ke tse le challenge. But on the positive side, the only, I'm 62 years. The only time I have been admitted to a hospital in my 62 years was when I was like 7, 8 years old. Ki ile go dira circumcision. Because technology kana ko eo onoro batswa maybe 1 or 2 nights baba kanya yotsate. So the only time I've never been sick in my life.
Serious?
No, I eat this patel and my kids sometimes say, hey, the day you sleep, you get admitted to a hospital. Because high school while in your entire life. So no, my mom was a nurse.
Oh.
And she was very passionate about this medicine and care. I think, tlhokomelo yeo ya nurse, the vaccine yana tene di tlhokahala, medication no tlhokahala go ngwana ntsa gola. She took care of that. And I've never been sick. So so the only challenges I faced, the only challenges I faced is being hated by society. Being hated because I'm a straight talker. I like speaking the truth. I like telling the truth.
Okay.
And our society, in general, because neti hurts. So they don't like it. So I'm hated for that. But at the same time, the people who love me, for that. But my disadvantage is that those who hate me come out openly and show it and say it. Those who love me fear those who hate me and love me undercover. They don't come out to show it or say it. So, but I know they are there because on the sidelines, one play about, hey, Kgoroba or Chilaiza. I know it's very sharp. Yeah. So you create a lot of enemies. And I've thought about it. And I said, but look, this is who I am. Why should I pretend to be David or Peter? Even within the family, not so long ago, in our WhatsApp family group, ne ke ba bolela stuff ba bolela stuff e le gore go na le le so re tshwantse go koleka ba ingwa ba no le ska la ingwa ba and go na le ba ba grote mo go nna ke re no ska la ingwa ba tshwantse re ntse za ka ena and the WhatsApp group went silent for like 2 weeks because no go feel ore se ganka ke se se re tlhasetse but that's who I am.
But there's a thin line between being a straight talker, how do you
exactly
like there's a thin line.
Exactly.
How do you keep yourself before that question, wena are you a straight talker kana haona maitseo? Which is between the two, or both or what?
How long ngwana go na le dilo dingwe tse batsadi ba go ba di go ruta gola tse dingwe wa di tsaya wa di absorba It's a thing where you don't. For instance, my father didn't like cigarette at all, and I smoke.
Yeah.
But maitseo, ke rutile maitseo thata, you know. So, but of course, if you push me to the limit, ke a go roga. Yeah, because people take advantage. How town tlhokela maitseo? I'll triple that. Ke kgona go tlhoka maitseo tota. But ordinarily, ha ke ro gope, ha ke reng, and on the radio, in several interviews, batho ba tla ba phone. Yeah, motho o roga se mamang, o roga party ya go ro wa reng e be ke re, give me one insult e ke buileng e ke rogileng motho. Ha iyo, you know. Even on Facebook, I've never really insulted anybody. Ke a kwala hela bo me go tla bo go te ke a rogana hela ka gore o bua gore nya Masisi wa tlhapolosa. Look, Masisi ke mongana. So
oh, like Masisi 62 gonna like 64.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
same
yeah,
year.
62.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Same year, same privilege.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know. So tla you or Masisi wa tlhapolosa just because he's president. E bo go to ga go wa tlhapolosa. Me go tlhapolosa ga se tlhapa.
Yeah.
Hey, and ha o bua le mongana gago o re wa tlhapolosa. Yeah, within your right.
Yeah, but like at the same time, how do you like at the same time, as much as motho le mongana gago, you must respect the office. Because like naguzini wecha kanya go respect the office than the person. Because like for instance, like let me give you example ka rona gona. You know, Lesego Chombo is younger than us. Or like Honorable Lesego Chombo, she's younger than us and she's minister. So like we must respect her for that. You know, like like the office ya le mo go yona, Honorable Lesego Chombo, you get it?
I haven't come across anything so far as super gore Lesego Chombo ha respect the office. But I had plenty incidents and evidence ya gore Masisi ga tlotlo office. And ha sa tlotlo office. I won't give him that respect.
Okay.
Yeah. Gore re go tlotlela office e mo go yone. Le ena re tlotle.
Yeah.
But the minute o sa re tlotle, o bo tsena go khotleng o bo re batho ba re nywe. Huh? Oh, ga re tlotle.
Yeah.
So the gloves are off now. Now, little now, we can attack you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're definite.
So respect the office, we will respect the office. If you disrespect the office, we will disrespect you. Because somebody has to call these leaders to order. And sometimes, you know, maitseo diana go go molemo motswale dinantsa o kile a bua khangara maitseo lona o bona riana ha gongwa diana e le gore go strike kwa dipatele batho ga ba theogela Mavensen wa tsama mo bua gore nya me go siame hela go dipatele Mavensen le Dr. Slale Kgosi ne ka nna wa thamaga motswale dia bua gore a go bona gore ka gore go maitseo gore re tlhalose gore bo Mavensen ga ba dule mo tseleng sontse re tsware go bua go ra matlabama ka ntenyane go tlhokala re tswaela re boe ha game city hale re be khanya rona sentle gore Mavensen o dule mo tseleng but so maitseo ha gongwe a diana go gona la tlhokala nteng but you can't keep on saying you're respecting the president when you can see gore the country is burning when ke tsena go mo go ditshana I see that poverty I see that unemployment and then I have to nurse the president. No, I represent the people, not the president.
Yeah. Like for me, one thing that I've observed in Naila, you know, the problem with us Africans or Botswana, like let me say Africans at large. The problem is that, like I said earlier on, there's a thin line between being a straight talker and so we tell like when you tell the truth, genuinely the truth, so and then they hide behind truth talking, but I'm a straight talker. So I know like some sort of a confusion. Regardless of the office, no. You know, I don't think more you talk about it.
No.
But how similar okay, no, like that one, you are disrespecting the man. You get it? So I think that is the difference in most of us and stuff like that. But I get it. Sometimes you get to disrespect the man because he's disrespecting
his position.
His position. You get it? So
you want to say you know, everything evolves and Setswana hasn't evolved. You can't question you know, it is wrong. You know, I have a 6-year-old grandchild. She questions me.
Yeah.
And I allow her to question me.
Yeah.
Because ke a itse gore ke sala ke gatelelwa bonnyaneng ke sa kgone gora mogolo ke re nya, you are wrong. Because how moraori you are wrong, hatu morogile.
Yeah. No, definitely.
So that culture, I want a mixture of both, you know, modernization, the original culture, Setswana. We can't have that rigid Setswana culture and practice, you know, in this day and age. No, we are in the internet era. You know,
yeah, of course, like culture is important, but at the same time, we trying to appreciate like more modern era.
We must modify it.
Yeah, exactly. The reason why I keep on talking about the challenges and all that is because you grew up nice, Wawan. So yeah, no, I wonder what has been your formula to overcoming challenges? You don't see challenges as challenges. That's how you overcome them.
Not only that, I grew up nice.
Yeah.
But the streets were not nice.
The streets are never nice.
The streets were not nice. So, you know, I grew up and had several encounters.
Yeah.
Where there was no daddy, mommy, or uncle. Where it was you to fend for yourself. So, Haratana Arisimula Rira Form 1. That was 1976. No you know, how the Form 1 no sisipe no simo you are bullied treat you the first term gore khantelo khona monna go bitsa gore o tlo mo police tsa ditlhako ga o gana go betsa ka dimpama you know. So we encountered those bullies, and rona kana ko ya rona Rira Form 1 gone na ko yo go mo go treat was going towards the end. Those who came 2-3 years afterwards, they didn't experience it. So yeah, we had to live with bullies. So when you live with bullies, you toughen up. You develop a tough skin, and you're able to survive. So that doesn't only teach you to survive against bullies, it also teaches you to survive against challenges.
So like that has been like that has long set you up in terms of to overcome challenges and all that. One of the recent challenge is defeat part of challenges or what? But maybe
no,
it's not.
Oh, defeat. No, it is a challenge. Yes.
Okay. You recently lost elections. I understand that like you lose a lot of money when you stuff like that. How were you able to overcome that? I mean, it has been 3 months now, but how is it so all the podcast thing?
Look, if you've lost money in an investment, and you picked yourself up and moved on and put in money in a campaign and you lose, it's just like property yana lodge lodging customer rate customer the basic cost or expenditures of my business, and then you have to close or you sell it, and you probably sell it at a loss because keeping it means you are going to lose even further. So you know, losing money in an election, when you go into an election, you know you might lose. So you spend with or ali. Gamble like on hela ka monna kona go tsa madi a ba casino ka one. I told mela ga ka jiwa make it duetse mortgage ki duetse loan ya koloi ki duetse. So yes. And fortunately for me, I went into this election very broke.
Fortunately.
Fortunately. Because we when you're running to spend 3 times what I spent, I would still have lost. So yes, I was broke and it saved my money. That I didn't have anyway.
That you didn't have anyway. So tell me about this. How does it feel? Because one thing with losing elections, you lose money, you lose out on money, and also there's this dignity thing that comes up. Or damn, I'm a loser. I lost the elections. You know, people preferred this other guy over me. What does that do to your mental health and your emotional state? Or I lost the elections.
You know, my life is centered around the principles of football. And it revolves around that.
Okay.
So in football, I always say to people, if my team loses, let's say it loses 4-3 or 5-4, may player on it's not about the loss. I leave a happy man because my team played. No, we are playing a good team, but we are a good team. Somebody had to win. Go stadium, mo TV, yes, pinch going forward, I have hope we will do well. So, look, I was voted by 2,000 people. I'm happy with that. For 2,000 people to have faith in you, it means a lot.
It means a lot.
Now, the 2,000 people that voted for me mostly were voting for me, or 50% for me, 50% for the BCP.
So 1,000 for you, 1,000 for BCP.
Whereas on the other side, no go party hela, you know. Terena wa BDP no go tlhophiwa domkara hela, o le wa UDC no go tlhophiwa UDC hela, you know. Because ka go gaetso go mo go ditshane. I've never seen a UDC campaign. Never.
Yeah, like there were no campaigns this like last year, Ghana, even like the BDP campaign. Like only launches were there.
But BDP was better. UDC in some areas of Mogoditani East, they were not there. That's why we are even surprised why they how they won. We are surprised. Hey, I'm sure we'll get to it. Let me not poke the hornet's nest first. You know, so I'm happy with the 2,000 that voted for me. I'm very happy.
So that made you happy. Like the election results, how I feel you know, like you never really got depressed or whatsoever. You just appreciated the numbers that voted you.
I would have been depressed if it was the BDP that had won. But because it was the UDC that was winning, it's kind of cushioned my depression. Because we needed change. I wanted it to be BCP. It wasn't BCP, but it was changed. The BDP is out. You know, I never believed that, even though I've been fighting for change of regime, but at times you think, you know,
like that's what we all thought.
I mean, Mandela was in jail for 27 years. 24, when he was in jail for 24 years or so, a friend of mine from South Africa was telling me, no, Mandela is about to come out. I had been alive, Mandela was alive at Trongo when I was 2 years old. And this guy is telling me I was about 24, 26 years old then. And this guy is telling me Mandela was what.
You're crazy,
So, but the day Mandela, I couldn't believe in my lifetime Mandela would do the Trongo. I thought he was going to die there. So, we are planting a foundation for future generations or BDP, but not that lines, especially after the hammering year 2019, which was crazy. 2014 no re ya tumetse. Then re ya tumetse 2019 ya bo wa gape tla ka di paulo tse di kana kana. And of course, in 2019, I did believe that BDP had rigged. So my worry was not gore Botswana will continue voting BDP. My worry was that BDP will rig like ZANU-PF forever and ever. That was my worry. But they be kopana le matlhale a utswa matroko a terena. Matroko a terena. Ebe ba go ba pota ka kwa le bone. Ebe ba ba tshara to wa bona. So I was happy for the UDC. You win the BCP. So there's change.
Before we get into politics, I'd like us to talk about leadership now. You know, it sounds like you have become a leader from a tender age. I mean, from the tuck shop, I mean, that makes you a leader on your own right. I mean, Pablo Escobar, like you said, the contraband and all that. I mean, from there, you know, you become a father, you get married, you become you've been to parliament as well, you've been a businessman. So half of your life you've been in leadership position. Tell me about that, like leadership position. how do you define leadership on your own right?
Well, you know, with me, I don't know with other people. With me, it's a question of I can't sit there and watch things go wrong or being done the wrong way. I'm proactive. Even in football, you know, Fighters, when I was still playing, before I was the captain and I was the coach. And I knew nothing about coaching. But kana go bo magorana kana go coach go to o peka scheme. Also go tla thata ka di tactics o peka scheme ro na o tsamekale. So I've been in those leadership positions before. When I was at high school, I was a vice head boy, deputy head boy. But it was because I knew when to be naughty, where to be naughty, and when not to be. So I got that position as deputy head boy. I was chairman of the entertainment committee.
At school?
Yeah, at school.
So I'm deputy head boy, Pablo Escobar, chairman of the entertainment, captain, fighters.
You know, so I've been leading Lekobonotan even though I wasn't the captain or not. But I was one of those whose opinion was respected. No, this is, we are recruiting so-and-so. Or planning aronaki. So I've been always involved in leadership.
I'm MD of all your businesses, a father Kwalape, an MP, like a leader of the society.
But there's one thing, I think my father also had an input in that. When I was 12 years old, from when I was 12 years old, any major decision, any kind of investment, you know, my father would call us from 12 years and tell us, Urban, budget. I remember the first time he did that on a Ford F100. That time, it was not even a chef for the Ford. There were only two. Toyota is it. Toyota was 78 or so, but that was 74 when he was headmaster at GSS. And no chef when he be El Toro. You know, Arwell no. Tedimo bracket F100 le El Toro. El Toro nearly shaky. And one would have thought at that age we would have dashed for El Toro because our friends in the neighborhood or El Toro Sedirwa would have been a big thing. You know, but me and my brother, funny enough, decided. And Timer was willing to take what we choose. No, we said no, Timer. El Toro capacity, loading capacity, blah blah. But F100 kholwane umotwa masimo eng, so F100 tla go berekela botoka, so it's a F100, and he went to buy an F100 Ford. So and then it continued 100 you know, and you know, like in any marriage there'll be dispute between the dad and the mother. You know, when there were disputes, he would call us and, you know, put issues on the table and discuss with us and, you know, want to hear what our opinion, our side of the story. And, you know, he was that engaged. So that in itself was teaching us leadership, you know, that, yes, even if you are there, but you must also consult those below you. So, it instilled those leadership qualities in me.
What are the, what makes a good leader, or like what are the virtues of a good leader to you?
Look, a good leader must consult those under him.
Consultation?
Yeah, consultation. But there are times when also you need to take the bull by the horns. You know, sometimes advice by those around you is not always the best. Sometimes, because whether you took it from them or it's from your own decision, when things go wrong, the blame is on you. So you have to be careful how you take advice. You must advice is tsamaelane le wena. Ha e tsamaelane le wena. You're not
Yeah.
going to say because I'm a leader I have to take advice. No. But sometimes again you find yourself you bend your fingers, you know. So it's tricky. But so long as those you are leading agree with the decisions that you took, whether it's what they suggested or not, and they, even though you didn't take that suggestion, but you tell them why, you give them your reasons, and you take that decisions. So long as they continue believing in you, that's the important thing. And most importantly is when you fucked up, you must be able to say,
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Accountability.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
Problem is, most leaders, when they've messed up, they can't say, I'm sorry, I messed up. Yeah.
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 Are there any? I mean, among the political leaders that we've had, presidents and ministers all together, who would you mention as good leaders? I mean, I believe we've had six presidents so far. Yeah, and a whole lot of ministers. Yeah. Okay. Like among the 6 presidents, who would you call a
Look,
good leader?
let me just be frank.
Yeah.
My number one leader is Kgomolemo Motsoaledi.
Yeah. Okay.
May his soul rest in
Yeah, may
peace.
his soul rest in peace.
And then after Kgomolemo Motsoaledi came Ndaba Gaolathe.
Oh, Ndaba Gaolathe is a good leader.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a good leader.
Mm-hmm.
We differed.
Yeah.
We went separate ways. But we went separate ways because he listened to the majority.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was we were a minority.
Oh,
That
okay.
was the majority. So he listened to the majority,
Mhm.
whether I agreed with his decision or not.
not,
But
yeah.
he listened to the majority.
Okay.
He's a good leader.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good leader. Yeah.
Who else? Like the only 2.
Look, I haven't spent much time le Dumelang.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't worked closely with him like I did with Kgomolemo. But from a distance, he's a good leader. What I've learned from Baba Berekile is he listens. Yeah. Le ga ka tswana le dikakanyo tsa gagwe, but he's always quick to listen and take advice. So that makes him a good leader too. Yeah, that's why I still believe in him. Yeah.
So like the rest of the political leaders that we know, according to you, they are not good leaders. Like as your
Yeah, look, you are not because I've spoken a lot about him.
Yeah.
And as I was coming here, my wife said, "Don't talk about him." So I'm not going to talk about him, but I've spoken a lot about him. But
Yeah.
let me give him the benefit of the doubt. He's the president of the country now.
Yeah.
I'll address him in maybe 2-3 years time. He's reformed.
Yeah.
O siame, o dira dilo sentle, ha di diria ka nako ele. Or I'll castigate him because he's gone back to his old ways of doing things. you
Yeah.
know. But on hindsight, as much as people hate me for having castigated Boko for all these years, his humility, his humbleness, people don't realize it, but some of us who have attacked him have contributed to that.
Yeah.
Gore, hey, kana ke tswa kgakala ke kgabetlelelwa ke batho. Le bone bo Ndaba le bo Mokgware ba bapile ba mmolela gore morena wa itse gore batho ba le ba tswa kgakala ba rontsiana le ana, prove them wrong. So if he continues to prove us wrong, then we are happy because who benefits is the country.
Exactly.
So people must appreciate that go mo kgabetlela mone re mo kgabetlela. In a way ne ntse re mo agela gore gompieno e be le se a leng sone.
Yeah, that's
And I hope and wish he stays that way. Because if he goes back to the old ways, batswana ba tlo go simolla go lena.
Yeah.
But so far, so good. Almost so let's pay him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. They say before you get to your destined leadership role, you must get there all humbled.
Yeah.
But humble stuff like that. Kore like ukila wa kana magantsi
Yeah.
tsore go iragalang gore ha o tsena go bo se tswela humble ro ska tsena o le
Yeah.
ukokoro stuff like that.
though-
Like you must be like the Bible say like your heart must be circumcised.
Okay.
Yeah, like your heart must be circumcised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though kile a rata go baetsa nyana. Ga ikanisa di minister.
Uh-huh.
You dare not fail.
I know, but like that one is okay, Mr. Kgoroba.
No,
They
no,
do
no,
like
no,
they
no.
dare not fail.
there's a difference from the word dare.
Yeah.
No. The word dare is impolite in its own. Dare. Don't dare.
Okay, like, what's the meaning of the word dare? Like, please check that side.
And it depends on the context also.
Uh.
But I think the proper word should have been, you should not fail.
But listen, I get your point, Re Kgoroba, but
Yeah, you see.
he must command. I get like a leader leads at the same time he commands, because like there's a leader you know what, you dare not fail, so that by it's all like this is serious. This I'm a tell about I know like raba on your shoulders.
Yes, Joey.
Yeah,
but not in public.
Okay.
Not in public.
Okay.
Ha ke ile dinong e be ke tla ka 5 phakela. Makgoroba ke lemile ga tshwanna go ke ile pause. Ga tshwanna go kgalema hapele ga bana. So how buisa minister ya lo hapele ga setšhaba.
Okay, yeah.
Ga nna sentle. But
yeah.
ba le two mo khoneng. No. Le bo fuck you ba ka dirisiwa ba. But two.
Yeah.
But in public, it has to be different.
Yeah. No, I understand. What do you mean what day? Okay, get to the mic and then tell us quickly, like the meaning of day.
Yeah, the Google says day is what again? Having the courage to do something.
Having the courage to do. Yeah, so don't have the courage to fail.
Well, like I'm saying, you can only be a part one. It's broad. It's broad. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, of all the places that you could have been at, man, you chose to be with us here on Overview Podcast on this awesome episode with former Member of Parliament Sedirwa Kgoroba. You were never minister, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
I've never been in government.
Oh, okay.
The guys I was struggling with are ministers now.
Ministers,
they don't take calls now.
You know.
No, but some of them, not all of them.
Don't you ever feel like, I don't know, if let's say if your father was successful, maybe part of like mojeni nya ga so re keletso ke gore o sa pass se time se dirne, like look at Ndaba now, you know, the father was the finance minister and now he's both finance minister and president. I mean, do like Ndaba Gaolathe is like, I think as a boy child we tile say his role model like that must be a dream come true. Like for you, don't you think like kore like wa go batla gore o push until o heta se time one?
Yeah, it's you know, life doesn't always give you what you wish for.
Exactly.
It was my wish, but it hasn't happened. But I can still say I did more than what my father did, because you know, when you go to that tree, everything regime change. That has removed the BDP. 1 or 2 branches.
True.
So I removed a party that has been dominating our politics for 58 years, not single-handedly, but I had a contribution. So, you know, the AP.
Alliance for Progressive.
The AP is BMD. For Winter Muluti to be president, vice president or deputy Ndaba. You know, I contributed to that. Because Ndaba at that time was confused between Gilbert Mangole Lewin. And I said, no, it's a win, Tosca, it's a you know, and here they are together. They managed to, you know, they are both minister, vice president.
Like they're not taking your calls.
The partnership has worked for them. At the beginning, at the genesis of it, it was me who said, no, take this guy.
Get this one. This episode is proudly sponsored by Kanako, the best and most reliable commercial and industrial equipment supplier or store. If you have a business and you need equipment, you want to expand on the business, talk to Kanako, man. Whatever industry you go to, Kanako in a little equipment, from starting alphabetical order, from agri equipment, bakery equipment, butchery equipment, catering equipment, everything, man. Laundry equipment, medical equipment, single source clock, and just check Kanako equipment online. Inbox them or call them. We are shooting this episode on Cycad Palm Hospitality, the best hotel in town, man. It's beautiful here, man. It's a luxurious hotel, guys. It's not like your you know, like your everyday hotel or whatsoever. Come through and see. The garden is clean, the pool is green. The bar alone ready to come save you. Breakfast, thing, coffee, dinner, singwe. Come date motho diamond. Valentine's is coming soon, you know. February 14. Come through, man. They should do something for Valentine's, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Legends Barbershop are the ones who did my hair. Yeah, shout out to Legends Barbershop, man. Check them out. They have 3 branches out in town. They have like that mall wa Khali, Riverview. Like is it no like Riverview Hillside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Hillside Mall, I believe in Khali, Sarona City Mall. And who's the other one?
I think it's in UB.
Oh yeah, like the other one is in UB. Yeah, there's a branch in Palape as well. Check them out, man. We're really nice. Oh, like on the month, you know, Lifetime Traders Academy, you know, the only BUKA and HRDC accredited, I meant to say, Forex Education Academy, Mobotswana, that you can trust. Check them out when you want to learn Forex, man. Man. It's a new year, guys. A new regime, new thing. Let us be new people as well. I mean, learn new skills, man. And Forex is the best skill to learn, especially through Lifetime Traders Academy. Check them out on the socials, man. Mr. Kgoroba. Yeah. Before we get to politics now, I would like us to play a game. It's called Word Association.
What?
Word Association.
Word
Association. Yeah. I say a name, and then you say the first word that comes to your mind. The first word. Like Chief Ghost, and then camera comes to your mind. The first word, say camera. Or can I maybe shooting Cycad, like just say shooting. Yeah. So I'm going to say I'm going to list 6 or 7 names, and then the first word that comes to your mind, say it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. First name, Sedirwa
Kgoroba.
Masisi.
Mosao.
Duma Boko.
DGB.
BCP.
Congress Party.
Tusotier.
BMD.
Botswana.
Khomo.
Ian Khama.
Terror. Or tyranny.
Or tyrant.
Yeah.
DIS.
Tyranny.
Mogai.
Finance.
And
economics.
Last one now, UDC.
Noisy neighbors.
Noisy. So it's noisy. Are you saying Chikos?
I was asking Chindo.
Oh yeah, Chindo.
Flamboyance.
Flamboyant. Okay, all right. Yeah, no, Mr. Kgoroba, you've posted recently we are getting into politics now. Our elections were rigged. Well, like you mentioned on 2019, you believe that elections were rigged. 2024, you believe that elections were rigged.
Yes.
Tell us about that. Why do you feel that 2024 elections were rigged?
The numbers 2024 UDC are no different from the numbers 2019 it's BDP. You know, after 2019 you know, the BDP rigged elections. You know, there's something ka Motswana. Ga sengwe se mo diragale.
Yeah.
Ga di moame, ga di nkame, ba bidiwa bo ga di nkame.
Yeah.
It's only ga se sena go mo diragale. You know, my BDP anele ma councilor ba bangwe staunch BDP activists are coming to me as we speak. But you are right. We had rigged elections in 2019. Yeah, but yeah. Well, I agree they don't have the evidence. But now, since the tables have turned, some of these achievements, some of these victories were just impossible. So, but no, it's already ka gore ne re le mo teng ra ne re go utlwa ka ya ga Morakile merra UDC e dirile se ne re se dirile ka 2019 go bua ma BDP ba dumela gompieno when I say the elections were rigged ma BDP ba dumela yeah and I believe UDC rigged elections.
Why
They
so?
did. Look, kore sengwe le sengwe se na le trend. Wa bona. Setlhare ga se swa. Wa se bona, you know, ha e ro tswa ga phakele be se phapaletse se omeletse se sena la le tlhare, no, it's a gradual thing. Le politiki swift from one party to another. It's gradual, wa bona. Ha ine massive jaaka mo re go bone gore ga no lebeletse BDP win ya yona ka 2019 gore tsa sengwe le sengwe. It has never happened before 2019. It has never happened in the history ya Botswana that o tlhelele gore mo di wording ke tsa ga borone hela as an example o tlhelele gore opposition he win no one hale one, you know. It happened in 2019. It has happened again today, ka 2024. Ga bo Tautona ba ile go ikanisiwa. Tautona Masisi o na a bua a supa UDC ya re ba le like ba tla bona 4 kana 5 4 kana 5 o bone ke BDP. Is it a coincidence gore Masisi una abeti UDC 4 kana 5?
Wait, Masisi kana boko.
Masisi.
This was in 2019.
Oh, 2019.
No. 2024.
Oh, okay.
Maloba yana.
O are bona ba like ba tla bona 4
Are UDC ga ile like. Ya kana bua ko high court eko. Are UDC ga ile like tla bona 4 kana 5.
Oh, you mean mo go ikanisiwa mo le before
ga go ikanisiwa bo Tautona.
like mo ne go te thuso te go couldn't make it.
Gone mo. A kra no go tletse go a tlotiwa go na le bane ba tlotla le ene. Gore ona I get it from a reliable source. I wasn't there, but my source is reliable. UDC ba tala ba blunya na ba ka nna like ba tla bona 4 kana 5. That's what he said. Ya no 4 o tla bona ke bone. So go ra gore ko pitseng e go apewang go yone. O na ba a itse gore kana ba hilo 4 kana 5. Di tswa go pitikollo ke ba di pitikolotseng e be ba neela ene for ene o.
Yeah.
It can't be a coincidence or gore ke nna sa re 10 kana 8 are 4 kana 5 BDP e betla e bona 4.
But it can be a coincidence.
No, it can be.
You know, remember I remember after BDP lost the elections e be go tswa clip ya ga ski go phitlhong ya ga former president Ramasiri.
Ena moraro one term.
Like amorare ene like what la serve term e one. You see that and he was joking about serve term e one.
No, he wasn't joking.
So what, like that was not a coincidence.
He wasn't joking.
Ona bua nnete.
Around early 2018. Ski wanted to change Masisi from the vice president. No, but change.
But when did Ramasiri pass on? Like, yeah, I think 27, yeah? 17, 16.
Yeah,
Maybe
17, somewhere there. But when, somewhere around then, you're not 17, you're new. Because of automatic succession. No, was totally clear Masisi is the next president. Khama wanted to remove Masisi.
Like even before he was president.
Even before. Masisi is vice president.
So 5 years, like Amarare not like 5 years. He wasn't joking.
He wasn't joking. because hona le tsene ba di dumelane ga mo dira vice president ka 2014. Gora e tla go tsena gone go bo 2017. Ya nong ke ga bona gore go ha ke jele era. but go le thata yano gore a montse ke ra gore nna ke bua ka ke tsa information from motho o na le within the situation room ga kgamale ka go ntsha Masisi mo vice president. He wanted to replace Masisi ka Vincent Seretse. He wanted to replace him. But there were some technicalities tse apadisa. So ha bua kwa Masisi wa go serve one term. Ona se tsa itse gore ntwa a rona isimolotse gone. Ha so re ga khama go la go chaisa ka 2018. No go le mona nyaya ntwa ka isimolle ka 2018. E sala isimolla kwa mekgwa itshupa gore I can no longer trust this guy. That is why he came out with a plot. Ya gore antshe Masisi a tsenye Vincent Seretse. We could have had Vincent Seretse as the next president after Kama. Hey. So ha bua go lesson la ga Masireko. No. No, ne se remark ne se botlaona. It was for real.
Yeah.
He already knew gore ha ke tswa mo stilong se ke ya go lwanza Motagao. Hey. Yeah.
Yeah, back to rigging of elections now. Yeah. Masisi una re bone ba tla bona 4 5
Yeah,
be di
4, 5.
10 ba itlala bone ba bone ka ntse ba ke 4.
Ba bone 4.
Yeah, BPF e bone 5. So ke ene 4 5 what?
Ike 4 5 yeah. So ona itse gore ba bani mo apela ba di apeile ya.
Yeah.
Kante o kopane le matlhale. O kopane le matlhale ba pota ka ha ya ka ke bua ke re kana rigging e gore I'm not even going to beat about the bush. Itse gore e go rigiwa kae? Go ballot paper.
How so?
Ballot paper e tla ntse ana joe. I get BCP, BDP, UDC. Ballot paper and it's a technology dirisiwang ko mahatsheng a riganji election. I think Zimbabwe le yone a dirisa. When all the joe utlo ro tlhopa Kgoroba tsa BCP. I get tsa BCP. Hela how we fool the we riana we tsenya mo lebokoso. E bereka like litmus paper. Exolo no lo go BCP. Go pampire e tla e designated tsuru go. Batho ba tlhopang go mo go ditshane east ba 10,000. Renela BDP ke 4,000. Renela BMD 1,000 ke 5 I care. Renela BCP Renela 2,000, Renela UDC 3,000. So di pampiri tse ka di le 10,000. Di tla hela gona le 4,000 to clear hela wa BDP. Le 2,000 to clear wa BCP. Jalo hela. So when o tswa go BCP le or ne hilwe BDP. After about 30 minutes o sena go etsenya mo boxing. Makolo wa gago lo a phimo gago. Go a go tswa mmake ko BDP ko pampiri tlela etso gore ke ya go teng. For the first time in 2019 pele bogologolo ne re dirisa pene nngwe le nngwe hela le big. For the first time ka 2019 go teng no go dirisiwa pene hela ye o bona pene yo mare tswa gone ko ya pene e diriswang ke isina le mo go teng disappearing ink. Ink ye ha o na go tswa go BCP kwa it actually activates ya ka litmus paper hello itse re khona gore ha o e tshela acid ha e be spread e change mebale ya go godimo yana wa so pampire e tla bo ka ntwe wena o tswa o activate BDP but activation at takes a bit of time. It don't happen no santolo ho. So when we do no tlhopile BCP no pampire le itlentse le ya BDP ga. So rigging ya 2019 e diragetse yalo. Rigging ya 2024 e diragetse jalo. Yano matlhale a tsamaile ba ko kana you must remember gore the election hela especially mo mahatsi ha tshwanang le rona. The multinationals are interested. They're interested in the outcome. They're involved.
Because of the diamond.
The money. It's money. And, you know, how state. You won't win elections, So, the big boys keep on never eating one thing, I guess. Kana di companies di pampiri ke tsa bone one way or the other.
So ha ile gore go rekilwe that way gore le gore IEC was involved.
No,
Is that
I see ga itse sepe yone ene bolelwa gore la gore ka magwinya kwa. Bone ba bolelwa la gore ka magwinya go shopo ya Kgoroba e seng go pega tsamaya le go shopo ya Kgoroba. So IEC takes instruction ba gore ka magwinya go shopo ya Kgoroba shopo ya Kgoroba kante yone itse gore magwinya ya peile ka telentse ya no ga ke le multinational ke tenwa ke se BDP se dirang ke go bitsa bang gone ga ka re ba ntlangwana pizza magwinya ego a re go ba akanya go tsena go pitseng go wena o rana ndi machine a ke role jo o hirilwe teng go te bona mfana ka tshwara 20 meter ke ya palo tsele tsene di tshontshe di go BDP o di piti go lo dinele UDC simple o ja 20 meter wena o kana eng or even 100 meter kana go buiwa madi go wa bona so wena wa seta le wena or pampirele mone ke re go gonetse BDP ke a go change anu go go UDC that is why the number di flipile hell exactly the same. Well, number not in terms of exact 1 2 3 but in terms of the hey mona kana gona le di kgaolo tse ile gore ga o ka ira BDP se pe mo go tsona kana south BDP wineng tse pedi ga ba ne le tamar
le moshopo
le moshopo 3 engwe ya bo 4
etsa la ke all 4 di mo sa
4 di mo
like le ka khatleng ka
not even one
ya ga Mabusepula
not even one kon not
I get like there was the Khama factor.
Why was it not there in 2019?
No, I get 2019 it was new. And also
no.
And also Mosau was a darling then.
No. I get 2019 you kana di kgaolo tso tlap not. Ine except shosho. Ine letsa predominantly BCP ile mo UDC.
Yeah, UDC.
Yeah. Mare di win ma BCP. Yeah, except shosho. So khang ne le gone hela gore batho ba
no like
no the rhetoric in le gore
le mahala pe winno ke BNF. Okay, yeah. Let's just say UDC.
Yeah. So gore batho ba notse ke ba ga ski. Go south re win one hela opposition ya ga motsamai one. That's impossible.
Motsamai
wa go khalagadi. Gompienana BDP ba itimile sengwe le sengwe go nno. Not even la go te BDP la go te Masisi una no.
So yeah, but like they still have the numbers kana Mr. Kgoroba. They're the second most voted party.
Born. The famous Liverpool coach Bill Shankly.
Yeah.
We Liverpool do number 2. There's nothing like second best. It's either you are number 1 or nothing.
Exactly.
Gore banal di number me banal di city tse 4 go parliament. That's what matters. City di 4. Forget the numbers.
Yeah.
But again, ke sone se sengwe se go bontshang gore kana BDP na le 240 something thousand votes. BCP na le 170 something votes. What gore le ga o ka bitsa an expert mathematician a tla go bolela gore mona a go mo mathematics, so does it add up? Oh, well, no. Got 240 something thousand, 4 seats, 170 something, 15 seats. Yeah.
No, like I think it's because BDP was runner up in most constituencies. Like in 95% of the constituencies, BDP was a runner up. You know, or 80%. I don't know. So combining them, even when they lost, like they have numbers to buy. Because like if you look at BCP, for instance, the Kgaulos BCP do winning. You're gonna go to Pilin Tinga Mete. This other Kgaulos they said winning. Most of them I had to pure attack.
Really go St. Joseph's. Re tshameka Matais. Matais ela Matais. Ko Matais ngo re ga o tla o tshotse 500 pula. Ebe ba mo tlhotlhora ba ja 500. Go na le mo go teng last. O neelwa last. So o go dileng 500 o utlwela botlhoko go neela gongwe 50 pula. Go reela o khone go go nwa drink le mozenganyana o nka o za bona
O digele pele.
o digele pele
Hey, oh, gonna to play again. Hey.
no ha ile la sa o tshameke ga ke molao wa teng so batho ga ba tsietsa ba go halla so ba hilela se go rona go tenya me ke number 2 ke number nya mo ne le la se mo but khang go re di city di tsamaile o bona mo ne le la se mo
Okay,
ko re ga o tsietse o ska o ira magodu a ga borong ba ile re utlela thukutile ntlo yotlhe tsa the vital items o tlogele mo gong go re le mongwe a ntlo a go lemoga after 30 minutes gore ma go ha go na le dio tse di sio but a go go ba go tle wa jampisa no
yeah, I get it. Okay, you once said, I think not once, not twice, ore Boko ke Masisinya, right?
Yeah.
Why did you say that? Or kana why were you?
Just this past week, Masisi wa bua o solohetsa dilo wa bona tse leng gore ga itse le gore di ka diragala kana di ka tsa diragala di video tsa di trendang gore e bile ga isko ke bone go mo parlamente mongwe wa UDC kana ke bona ile ene Boko hela a ipokore ka November ke a go lenela 4,000 lona ba ipelege manifesto wa UDC no re 2.5 ene mo podium o tlo manifesto re 2.5 a re 4,000 a re ka November minimum wage tla bo ile 4,000 a re ka November bagodi ibile from 60 not 65 ba tla ba amogela 1.8 ka November bana ba dikolo tertiary ba tla go ba tsama 2.5 a re ka November a re ka di 30 tsa November those are empty promises the man in reality knows it's impossible you can't promise people dilo we se we go tlhodumela mo pusong gore diemo di ntse jang gompieno and when you are saying that behind the scenes Ndaba was against that because Ndaba knew gore those were impossible but Boko because ona batla go tlhophiwa and he just went out and said kare ka November so Masisi ne le motho na a solohetsa the impossible wa bona hela to impress people, kana to endear himself to people. Boko did that. And he likes doing that.
Like he likes doing that.
He likes doing that. Agras na go tlhophiwa ntse go sna go buyora gona madi. Ha go dumedisa ba ga bona go mahalape. Abaftare ba imane botle ba ba tsotseng bana kana go kgwedi ya October. Kana re kgwedi tse tharo September October November something like that. Ba ngwana mongwe le mongwe o tsotseng a ne le 300. Kana go tewa gore ha thaole le gore a ngwana ga ntshindung mo teng ngwana ga ntshindung ga tlhotse 300 me go ra gore ga ngwana ga ntshindung a tshotse ka October ne le 300 wa bona gore ke ga gona plan a kere o libile crowd hela ba batla go khatla crowd a ba bua. That's one of his biggest faults. Me a ya mahalape jana go setse go tlhodumetse dibuka gore ga gona madi. He said that after being president. But even now, I don't think there's a follow-up on that. Or bana ba ba tshotse kana go ba ne le ma 300. You see, so Masisi una ipuela hela, and Boko o ipuela hela. So ke Masisinyana in that sense or ke batho ba ba ipuela hela.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
So I mean it has been 3 months now since UDC won elections. Ba kupile 100 days I believe. Almost yeah, like I think okay, like really 60 months, got 60 days. Yeah, no, relevella. I think February I see mola na tla bordi gala 100 days if I'm not mistaken.
Day 2
Tsaka February kana January. Tsaka January. So far with what you have seen hella playing out, what is your take on that? Are you happy or are you disappointed? Kana ke tsone senentso o se solohetse gore a se go iraga.
Well, what they promised, they cannot deliver in such a short space of time. That is why I'm accusing Boko of having said, Kadi 30, because I knew it was impossible. The BCP, for instance, said, our economy is at about 3 point something or 3.7 or whatever growth. The BCP said, no, we have to grow our economy beyond 7% or 7.5, something like that. Because it is not 4,000. It is the economy. Now, if the economy is beyond 7.7%, it means it's an economy that will create jobs, number one. It's an economy that can afford the 4,000 in a race about. You see? So we said it will take us 5 years to grow the economy. And everything that the BCP promised, they said, by 2029, we will have created 300,000 jobs. The UDC said 500,000. And the BCP said the living wage then will be 4,000 by 2029. Not November the 30th, like Boko Ndaba. No. The only thing that we were committing to, really BCP, come January or February, we will deliver, was the 300 Pula child grant and the 600 Pula unemployment allowance. We had committed to first quarter of the year, we will deliver on it. So I'm not disappointed, but I'm disappointed on behalf of those who believed and hoped these promises can be delivered. But 100 days like February, budget speech is coming. For the benefit of the doubt, let's listen to budget speech or it's a child grant, it's unemployment allowance. Bahudi hala palezuko dira 1.8 yo ketsa ka bokae. Tertiary students hala palezuko 2.5 ba ketsa ka bokae. Let's hear what they have to say, then we can discuss it afterwards.
What's your take on the Kata Murupisi case? I see that there are a lot. There's something that you posted about concerning or regarding the case and all that. What do you know about that case?
Look, I can't for certain say Kata o Jilemadi, though hale evidence it or Regetsubolen Cruiser. 5 meters na home to kids. But Kata abused his power. And he must pay for that. Kata, he must go to jail for that. He must go to jail for that because Hase Kata le knows bo Kata no na le bo Kata nyana ne ba le bantsi, and we must also not forget kana Kata, they were abusing these powers kana kwa ya Ian Khama. We must not forget that. Ne le ba dingwana hela, badira jaaka ba rata, and they must be hela ka muziko. It's unfortunate muziko tsamaile, but ga no re interview ya ga ngaka ga gore bo muziko ba instructile bo bakang ka NPF gore ba tse madi 250 million hela go taiswe ko Israel go sna bosupi ba gore ga go dirwa madi na ajiwa. So such people must be punished. Kata must be punished. He must go to jail. And I'm unapologetic about it.
There are issues somewhere they tell Batobabu this and that was part of this and that. Manginele financial advice. I had that company during that thing. Are you aware of any technicalities behind that?
Yes, I'm aware of those technicalities. I mean, Borapulo Kaile, for instance, was involved in it. But nahalaki boela ko muding wa Kata authorize Madiale Nosi against the advice of those who were surrounding him. Ebe team mashale atama ka madia ka tsamaile ka madiana bo Kata umpiena akotle bogolo 250 million nkere o Kata o mojele go jelo hela ke le khowa ko re go bontsha gore le bo momishi bo bontsi mo Majiteng ya gore ba ha ba se ba tagilwe ke power ba dira dilo hela khantele le khwale tsere madi le sile bone ba sala ba di gama ba sa ditlhapela ya ka Kata a di gama sa ditlhapela. It's just fools who you wonder gore tota motho o na tsentse ka lehe ko maemong a na tsentse ko gone wa bona gore there was no meritocracy ga go appointiwa no go appointiwa hela ka bolope wa bona.
You posted this recently. Our boys were victory drunk when appointing a 26-year-old minister?
Joy, you know, that she's a kid.
Yeah.
She's a kid, honestly. Mo gongwe ko go rata ga ke itse gore a go shine kana you can't appoint a kid that young over in a minister. No, you can't. Ha gona gore it's still sampa go le metsi. It was okay to appoint her as member of parliament. She would gain experience, grow up, and maybe after the next elections. But to just take her from go tsamaisa le hatse ga se mmabontle. O tsangwana hela go mmabontleng ke ra re gate ke lawyer. Na ke itse lo re o kile a practice law kae. I don't even think she's practiced anyway. With all that inexperience o motikela go bo ministering. No. That one was very foolish. Yeah, it was very foolish. And it was silly. It was silly gore ba dire ngwana le minister role. Yeah. At the expense of the nation, you know. Yeah.
You shared a tweet, Yara Spencer Morapi Are. The Minister of Youth, that is Lesotho Chombo, seems to be out of her depth. But what I find reprehensible and disconcerting is the people hounding her and not blaming the appointing authority.
Yes.
She has been set up to fail. And the nation seems to be celebrating that. Blame the president, not her. And then you shared this.
Yeah. We hold the same opinion, le Spencer. Tota ngwana but I know people after some interviews last week, you know, people were all over her, you know. And that's not the end. They still will go all over her, you know. And remember kana she's reliant on Barbershop ministry. Look, those men and women they're going to throw her under the bus.
Exactly.
Because ba ipotsa gore kante gateng gate go dirwa eng re le kwang wa bona re romelwa ngwananyana hela, you know, kana ngwananyana gape gongwe ga itse, you know. I was listening to some guy a bua ka Majiteng security ya Ndaba wa bona gore ba bua gore o itse re ntse re kata bo slamba go hantse re kata dio di se gore ba bua ka botho wa bona ngwananyana le kana o ka nna tagwa ke power hela a ba simola ba tla go gata ka di officer ka staff, and retaliation ya bona ya go nai under the bus. They're going to do that. So I don't think it's late gore ba recall Chombo in just a member of parliament for her own good. For her own good, because Lene it has the potential to destroy her future. Hey, let the kid grow pele o tla ga ile gore boko wa morata o tla mo tlisa ko pele, you know. But for now, no, you know, save the child. Save the child. Yeah.
Are they more like the like the minister who were recently appointed? How besides Chombo is
yeah. Omokhwati from Letlhakeng is there. Shima Monageng is there. You know.
No, Shima is not a minister.
Yeah, okay.
No, I mean like appointment just like this one. No, this one I don't think.
No. No, to be fair, a lot of those guys I ke ba itse. Yeah, I ke ba itse. Le ba ke ba itse like Boramogapi le ba bangwe. Ke ba itse from a distance. I can't make a judgment on them, but you know, they've been up and down in life, you know. Because they're mature enough to handle the challenges the ministry, you know. Yeah.
Tell DGB campaign is over. It's time to lead, not campaign. Yeah, these are your ways, your posts. Yeah. Why do you feel that UDC is still campaigning? It's a alien power.
You know, you know, I think, to be fair to the guys, they didn't expect this kind of a win. Yeah. The guys have been shocked, and they're still reeling in shock. But I think, you know, end of January, they'll get out of that shock. So, you know, shock we sampa ba ithaba re ba campaigner sampa ba tsa gore ba ganetsa wa bona ga ise ba le mo gore ba abusa. They should be addressing issues. They should be coming out with solutions. Bone ba sampa ba le mo go ipapatseng. Le ene DGB o sampa le mo go ipapatseng. I mean, ke bone video ya gagwe ile ko Magenbini. You know, and there's nothing wrong. That's a place he used to frequent.
Yeah.
If I used to frequent a place, Minister I would still go to that place. But what you should also bear in mind is, bananyana ba le ba berekang go Pick n Pay ba le bo Spar. Ga ba go itumela no le DGB. Ba bona 4,000. Ba itumela gore ya no 4,000. Ho bona ibila a tle gore tlholang 4,000 o gaufi. Yet 4,000 o khakala. Wa bona. So ha gongwe you batla go ba dumedisa because no tlholo ya teng. But ha gongwe refrain until o baakanya dilo sentle so that you know how there's been a pronouncement by government gore nya me 4,000 to tla simolla leng kana go padile 4,000 e tla nna 3.2 kana 3.5 so that o ye kwa melwena o na le se ileng gore ano ba go se go itumela nya me la o sa re ha 4,000 3.5 ga go tshwane but it's too early now to be going there ka ko bathong ba bana le tsholohelo me o sampole khakala thata le go ka deliver any of the promises that you gave them. Yeah, so I think it was premature. So ba campaign a kere ya nung ene ga ile kwa itumella ya lo gore ke di vote wa bona ke di vote wa mo campaigning and video is going viral all over the country you get the vote. No. Next year questions will be asked now because unemployment will still be there. You know, companies are retrenching as we speak. They're retrenching. More people are going into the streets unemployed. So as a president, really, those are issues that you should be banning. Not go bono ntse mo ntle ka di shorts, not that Mojala says one, but not go bono ntse se ntle ka di shorts, mara mathata a batona sampali deep. Yeah.
What's your take on that issue ya ko CKGR ene re tla bona I mean Lina no la bo le tsamaile but I know his name. I think ke re Gaboreki. He was buried ko CKGR by the new regime whereas like the previous regime in a gana go mo hitlhela. What is your take on that?
No, I think there was an unnecessary expenditure. You know, the entire government was there. There were about eight helicopters there. Look, the man had been denied justice for 3 years. And I disagree with Bane Baraska Hitler. I do agree on that. Whether ke kwa bona or not, but ko pelo a go e batlang teng. This, you know, o tla bo go te no motswana ka hiwa setsa gongwe le gongwe. Why should it be an issue gore motho wa go hitlela go borra go mogolo ba hitletseng teng? But the money that was spent, the helicopter tsene di ile kwa, you know, government resources tsene di ile kwa, I think it was totally unnecessary. Nkebe ba finance tse phitlo ka bo yone, but to take the entire government masole mapodisi huiwa kwa no, that one was unnecessary. Yeah, that was a campaign in its own. Yeah, to me it was a campaign.
Yeah, on its own.
Yeah, so I don't agree with kahano go spendile ka teng. Ga ka bona sepe, but obviously le ditante ne go hirela ditante di tlhomile gone ko ne go pola BDP ga ile ko tonotana go ile Masisi a tsena go ne go na le Camp Dubai. Yeah, go
Camp Dubai versus Camp
nonofo.
Camp Jerusalem.
Gone mo go ga nonofo go le tlala go phapaletse ka gore na sa je madi a NPF. Masisi a netse 3 million kana 3 million o buiwang ke ngaka ga wa NPF ke ene na finance Camp Dubai. Ko re baya ba ne ba mpolela ba re go re bujalwa so batlang go senwa se teng breakfast lunch ko re ile go gatlebebe to ka bona, you know, so bobo ko ne ba ile go ira Camp Dubai nyana ko CKGR ne sa tlhokagala wa bona. Yeah, you know, no fo modimo a tla itlela nyana ka matsana nyana ka nte batho ba ja 3 million ba mo betsa gore.
Okay, yeah, lastly now, this is you.
Yeah.
When the New Botswana concept was birthed in 2017, I was an integral part of it. I know it like the back of my hand. Unless we are talking of a new Botswana. Oh,
A
okay.
new Botswana.
Oh yeah, a new Botswana. E yone ga se yone. Ke tla e tlhalosa ka botlalo ka moso. E tlhalose on the podcast,
Yeah.
Mr. Kgoroba.
New Botswana, our promise was that in the first 100 days,
Yeah.
we will have started working on the constitution,
Yeah.
the review and transformation of the constitution. On our State of the Nation, no mention of the constitution. You know, New Botswana believed everything was possible only if there can be constitutional reforms.
Yeah.
You know, other than that, because you know, oversight institutions and everything, and you know, watchdogs, they differ power like a constitution, which it doesn't now.
Yeah.
So, who quiet a constitution, and I doubt by 2029 there'll be constitutional reforms.
Yeah.
Because I know DGB loves power. He's enjoying the power that the constitution is giving him now. The constitution is giving him his passion, power. So I see him dragging his legs in terms of reforming the constitution. But time will tell. And I will be happy if in the next 2 years, by the end of 2026, we'll be done with the constitution. Because other than that, nothing will be achievable. Yeah.
Kante, do you know DGB personally?
Look,
Yeah, like you always speak of him like someone knowing what like when I learn like that.
I know DGB, the politician, the former member of parliament, properly. Because we were in parliament in 2014 to 2019. I was part of the UDC then. Remember the BMD before the Pilan thing was.
Yeah.
So I know him.
Yeah.
In terms of his, you know, the way his governance, his character, his approach to addressing governance, and I know him in and out. Nobody can teach me DGB.
Yeah. So like how he loves power, like I mean something that you have seen yourself.
It's something that I've seen. Yeah, he loves power. Yeah, he loves power.
So everything that you call him, like it's something that you have seen.
Correct. Every single thing that I've said about DGB. Le ena ka tla go bolela gore nya mme mo ke nne ha gona maka mo teng ha gona maka mo teng ya no go re hela because like I said nnete ya baba ho bua nnete batho ba re ga o rate motho. No, you know, ha re ka kopana ga ka re ke tswa e kopana le DGB, you won't believe it. It will be all smiles from him, from me, but that's DGB. Hey, I mean, gona le nako e re kileng ra lala re go gana mo Facebook bosigo ga mathata rona a simolla ra go gana thata mo Facebook ga ra go kopana go parliament wena with a nice smile wena comrade yo an tlhasela ke nya comrade le wena no sa mpuisise no batla go ntlhasela. So at a personal level no re sharp hela, but re tla re harologana gone when it comes to politically, but at a personal level re sharp.
You know, what I always wondered, as an MP, as a member of parliament, well, like as a former member of parliament, like you mentioned, you went into elections, all bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, like with the salaries that you're having and the allowances, you know, because like we're not outside, MPs are very cushioned. How can you become an MP for the whole 5 years and then like you become broke afterwards? Like, do you use your salaries, maybe how try some better investments here and there and then or what? Tell me about that. Like, how are you broke yet you're a former member of parliament?
Let me give you an example.
Yeah.
You know, I was a godfather to a lot of activists go AP. Go re gana le mathata feletse ke gas a lwala sna spagamo go spatele kana tlhoka go dira scan ko marina, you know, they would come to you. You would have a whole 15-20 activists by long. They cannot go to Mokware kana Butale. They'll come to you because they know you've got the soft heart. Even after October last year, I still have my AP Baba Tlambalela Mogonna. you know, kana baeteledipele ba rona this baeteledipele wena ako bua le batho ba bona. So I had one o na lela mo go nna tota ka festival gore he can't even go home ba bona. Ha na madi a go a gae
Wa AP.
wa AP o na o ntse ko AP le gona. I felt no look because ke tswa kgakala le ene re lwa le bo Pilane le bo Modubule. We were fighting together. He was one of my right hand men now one. So Majitaba mo pusong one. And then Kiamoza Majitaba Majitaba tedi call one. Le blue tick on. So I WhatsApp Ndaba. You know, kamera Ndaba one out here to kgakala le ona one. I think tota laring worrying wena a re ke itse re ba bambale ke bonja bale wena worrying ka re bale ke itse re they don't care, it's all about them but ke bua le wena Ndaba wa ka kwala tlhauthi o thietswa kgakala le party nna le ka ntatla because nna ke kgaogang le lona but o thientse na le lona through and through you know Ndaba ga responda o itse re nthetsa re ne ga ka le bala Brazil ke a itse dikgwetlo tsa mo go tsona me gone jaanong ke na le ba ka nna 100 ba sampang ke solva problem tsa bone. Some of them are very sick. That's what he said to me. And I know he's telling the truth. So yes, o tla bo lebile Ndaba gompieno re ke vice president wa amogela. He's got 100 people or more that he's taking care of. 5 years ago tla go hela he's got nothing because of the empathy and compassion that he has. You know, ha tshwane le ba bang ka se ka ba bua ka maina ba ileng gore they wouldn't care gore mokauleng o mongwe o ntshitse mo tlung ka gore ga duela rent o kolota 400 hela but Ndaba would do that. I've seen during our term in parliament salary ya Ndaba ya bo parliament e fela mo besepeleng ya party ka gore weekend he would be on the road ka motsogote go na le lesola comrade wa rona go gantsi ka moso go na le se nna go maung ka moso go ka. So he was literally spending his money on the road. So I think to a large extent as much as we differ in terms of being outspoken and not Ndaba ke re ke tse di cool but nalene we got the same empathy go parlamenteng but o tlhokometse malapa le 20 malapa a batho ba ileng gore o itse mosola a bone mo party o itse lorato la bone o itse commitment ya bone and le loyalty ya bone. So that's what we work for. So ke araba potso ya gore why ke le broke no re tlhokometse batho and of course you've got your family and extended family also go nna le sele you know. Yeah,
so gore go tlhokometse batho ya ka nyuko ya la yotlhe
o tlhokometse batho
like a lot of people that you take care of.
Yeah.
So kanta go team how it's a time go na le something gape like some sort of a package
no it but akere how etsa o jilwe why Spanish o tla investanteng you know engwe o tla no tshela ka yone kana when you come back from salary to salary ko class it takes time to adjust akere zampo o tlwaetse o tshela ya ka no tshela kwa you know. So yeah, tota to be unless only pelo e maso le pelo e thata politicians you know we always have a team of people ba o berekang ka bone and ha o ka kwa ja bone ba saje. Look, even today I still have my small team of loyalists ba ileng gore you know ka December ga ba ga yana to see hey tsara 5 clipa tsara 8 clipa we gae you know it continues because ga ise ba bone dispane wa itse gore ha ba go kope ka gore ba re ne ba go berekela kana ba go kopa ka gore ga banang le wena wa itse gore ga banang wa bona. Yeah.
You once called are you done? Yeah, wrapping up now. You once called a wrestler Mbatsogane a fool. Like, why Unore he's a fool? Huh?
Just slamba na itla di bui. Only a fool could say that. Hamon nalaka ka slamba ba e mo parlamenteng. Tatante ke buelo ko marago. You know, when I was member of parliament, ke ne ke kopa Slumber gore a tle go bona tsela. Mo gona go kwa ntena magona le gompieno ntse kwa ntena. Slumber wa gana go tla go bona tsela wa. Ke batla gore a e bone gore re bue gore se go ntiresetseng ngwaleng wa. Ya mo go ditshane block 5 block 9. Slumber literally refused, but that's a renya. I had the excuse. The next thing ke mona a tle go bula mabitla a trateletse ke mabaila because we impress a calm. That is foolish to me.
Yeah.
Only a fool can do that because he takes me to be a fool, but he's the fool. But again, mo parlamenteng wa ema ora dumela ro mo tswela pele. Ene dumela o moditsa mora go go tswela pele ka eng se e leng sa gago. Ene dumela nna bua nnete. O guys lamba gompeo ga tena ga nella mo ntlumare a kopa extension wa bona gore ga se ntlo a gago a re dumelang mo tswela pele o mo tswela pele ka ntlo e seng ya gago. No, he must get out of that vice president house Ndaba tsenelena a bona gore wa go nna kae security se ne se tla se mo dikologile se kae na re dumelang mo tswela pele ka dio tseo because na kwa teng na le honeymooning ga tene ra ba ga ba tshwana hela ba ko Majiteng ba Maindia ba ma China wa go tsa 50,000 wa go tsa 100,000 you know. Ne ba le go gatlebebe ne ba le go gatlebebe so e bore motho ka go tswela pelo ka dio tsa nakwana. He's back now go bo 30 he's back go bo 30 yeah so I don't regret having called him that.
Why worry like I wanna batla go impress khama through mabaile
mabaila ne le fuzi ya khama ke how easy
ile
fuzi
ne
le makei wa
Yeah.
oh makei
ane se ka khama mabaila o nbiwe easy
yeah
ke ra re khama ke na le dizon di lene but mabaile no mo diretse wa bona go tswa go soleng kwa ela kana ne le Batman ka ne le ba politician di tlhako me le ene o dirisitse botlhale go pagama wa bona ka gore o na dirisa khama to get somewhere gore a re na se domo kana ba ba domo ga re ke tse di birela o itumetse so mabaila na bona di opportunity nyana the business opportunity nyana kana ne go utlwa mo ngambolela rena kwa Clinton kana Clinton ga tla kwana ke bogologolo mabaila kana ne go ne late nyana kwa te
Clinton Bill Clinton
ga te mabaila ga ile gore o host Bill Clinton kana I don't know if it's true but it was true influence ya ga o bona bona le kopana le bo Bill Clinton kana yo rona re ntse kwa Bill Clinton na kwa te my father was minister of commerce ka a mogela ke time ana ke ntse kwa ga ke go bapa le time gore ke lobe bo mabaila bona ba potaka ba tsena ka
ba police
na re shina mo go tsana ntore ya my father is minister fine
yeah
how would you say
Mr. Kgoroba, closing off now. Ogara was one or nkola pin. Totala, let me give credit with you again.
Yeah.
Eh, re bone chopisi re nya etantsha 4,000 pulo. Okay, never ngwa again. 2025.
Yeah, but early this year.
Early this year. Eh, nya re bone bo chopisi tota like etantsha 4K. Me go rela gore nya mananeo a government o mosha a tla bereka kana yang what's your take on that
motswana re ke di phala ke di pitsi re di bone ka mebala ra mogela se chopisi e se buang le di mausinyana tse dingwe tse pedi tse tharo ke itse re se seng ke se se jang tender ya tsela ya kwa gantsi ya bo 1.4 billion o le ene re ipotsang gore e neetse tender eo jang but se sengwe sa construction ke lebetse leina la teng le one ile hela chopisi tlola le bone ba tlola ke ne ba tshogile gore tender ile ya go cancel and tender at
siblings like siblings okay
yeah I don't know ke a maburu gone
ko okay ya maburu yeah
so le bone ba leboga corruption ya tender 1.4 billion but ba chopisi a re ka kra re leboga tender but we are happy Chopis is doing that. Actually, Chopis should have long done that. See, but I think that's the nonsense I don't like about it. But it can't. But my worry is that both Pabo, Pick and Pay, ShopRite, Badidi Mates and other big chain companies or chain stores. But like I was saying, because it's all about the economy. But we also hope Chopi Sera retrench. We hope so.
Yeah.
But retrench then there'll be an outcry, and
Yeah.
you'll come back and say no. You see, there's no point, and that is why the BCP nere godisa economy pele. Because when the economy grows, it creates more jobs, a lot of jobs. So on.
Yeah.
So that is why the BCP nere godisa economy, the economy itself will create jobs. So on. So you in with a small growth or little growth that we have now, over 4,000. It's going to be a bit heavy, more choppies. Yeah. But if they make a lot of profits, boy, they can afford to pay that.
Yeah.
And let's hope they pay.
Yeah.
So we must give credit to UDC for choppies. But hanko gore when kana ntse elin the year can't lot of ya me re emetse molao motheo constitution re ba kangwe, you know, all.
Yeah.
But le on the UDC I ka tsamaya ya ba constitution kana molao gore batho ba duele 4,000. Businesses will close, and there'll be more unemployment. It's bad economics, like Ndaba would say.
Definitely. Closing words. Yeah, there's your camera there. Haritzora wa ema gape tse ditlang kana. I mean, you are 62 now, you'll be 60 what? 60.
Yeah.
Like, are you 62 this year?
I'll be 67.
Or like you 63 this year?
Yeah. No, I don't have intentions to hoema.
Okay.
I've got a project that I'm working on that is Project 2036. So I've got another project that will take me up to 2026. So I don't, but if the BCP is stranded, I'll consider that, but personally, Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Closing off.
But
one last word to the people.
I'll continue to support the BCP, help where I can, and you know, really Congress Party. People say we are bitter for the UDC win. No, we are not bitter. We are happy for the change, like I said in the beginning. So let's give the UDC chance or benefit of the doubt. You know, haraka graba tlobo ga hela sampa ile kgwedi ya boraro re tla ba ha sebaka mme gone re tshwantse go tsamaya re ba gakolla dilo tse ba tshwantseng go di dira ke ra gore dilo tse ba di seloheditse e se ka re ba gakolla maitlamo e se ka re ba gakolle be go te BCP e bitter. No, we are not bitter. Gape e se ka re bua ka bo molao motheo gore dilo tse ke tsone tse di botlhokwa tse di tshwantseng go dira ebe go tinya ba tlogela mboko a buse nya re direla lo ka Masisi go tlogela batho ba busela ba sa khalemelo is dangerous for the country, not only for the BCP, for everybody else. So le rona re le BCP re kopa le re support tota ha re ntshang dintlha tse le bonang gore nya metse ke tsa botlhokwa ra ha re bua ka constitutional reforms. It's for the benefit of the country, not for the BCP. So we need you gore le lona le tlogela go nna le re BCP le re etse le utlo gore a metse di buang ke tse di nang le tlhaloganyo ke re mme gape mo godimo ga mo re lebogela pula re lebogela pula e ntsi e tswelele ba ba le mamba ba tle ba bone se ba ka se kotulang re modimo re gopotse
a se supo sa gore badimo ba dumelana le puso
batho ba re reolo wa ko CKG ke ena ntsa gatile pula ra ga re itse gongwe go boa maruri kana modimo e tla tenega batho ba le ke bone ba beng ba rona kana ke bone beng ba pula ke bone ba diri ba pula ano ga re ba khotsa ga itse gore a re pula yana nya re dumela gore modimo badimo ba itumetse
me a se ka puswetse
nya it's dangerous. Masisi, when he was inaugurated in April, pula ine sane ne tsorotla gore ebe re batho ba busi ba change anong ba le batla ka pula le tla bitsa luba gape le ske pula ke ya modimo ba ga itse re ske ra isupa go motho
yeah man, overview podcast
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.